Hello everyone, welcome to AstroEdify. We have a very special guest with us today, Shri Prashant Trivedi ji, a great mind in the field of astrology, and he has done remarkable work in the field of astrology, particularly on the nakshatras. He is a great inspiration to me. I've learned a lot from him, and I don't think that anybody has come close to his work on nakshatras, which was quite untouched before he actually researched and published his book. And believe me that the book that he has wrote, it does not actually encapsulate what he actually knows about the nakshatras. So, apart from that, today we have various different topics that we are going to talk about him today. And I'll recommend his books for all the people who are interested in learning astrology. And the thing here is that we are going to discuss about the uh, transit period of planets which are going to enter in Pisces and Virgo axis and many other questions. But before having any delay, I welcome you, sir, on my channel. Thanks for up, take accepting my request to come on to my channel. It is a dream come true to actually talk to you, and the
Yes.
stage is yours. Please share your thoughts, then we'll proceed.
Nice to hear from you, Abhijeet. But you have to bring in the topics, whatever you want me to talk about, and I'll talk about
Yeah,
them.
okay, sir. Okay, sir. So
Yeah.
the first thing that we are going to that I want to ask here is that the majority of the planets are coming in Virgo Pisces axis in March 2025, particularly 29th March 2025.
Right.
Six planets are going to enter into Pisces: Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Rahu, and Saturn, and Ketu is in Virgo. So it's
Yeah.
going to be a very important conjunction happening in one particular sign and axis of Virgo Pisces. And
Right.
also the nakshatras like the axis of Uttar Phalguni and Purv Bhadrapad or Uttar Bhadrapad, majority planets are going to be sitting in these nakshatras. So
Yeah.
it's going to activate those signs and the nakshatras.
Yes.
Do you think that it's going to be important, significant period for humanity in general? What do you expect in upcoming years? Does it indicate any major shift in civilization, rise of
Right.
new age technologies, economic crisis, climate changes, any wars or destructions, or even spiritual awakening? Pisces represents that in people.
Right.
So explain a bit about that, sir. We are very curious to know
Okay.
about it.
Okay, Abhijeet. Okay, so I'll start from this slightly. We have to go behind in time a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, So now, what happens with the conjunctions and things like that in this kind of conjunction? You're talking about the six-planet conjunction in Pisces right now, is that they are part of a movement. Not they're not individual events.
Hmm.
There have been a lot of conjunctions happening over the last 4, 5 years, 15 years. Okay,
Hmm.
and there have been different sort of eclipses happening.
Hmm.
There have been 13-day Paksh
Hmm.
happening,
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
There is Jupiter going Adichari different
Yes.
times. So there have been a lot of combinations which are building up, okay,
Hmm.
over the last 4 years, especially, and then last 15 years,
Hmm.
which are now culminating in this conjunction. Okay,
Hmm.
so it's a process. So people usually think of one conjunction as, okay, this is just one event like this.
Hmm.
It's not like that.
Hmm.
In Jyotish, everything, like in universe, Jyotish, time, everything is a process.
Hmm.
Okay, and
Yes.
process happens in time. So everything happens in time. So if more of these conjunctions happen quicker and closer to each other,
Hmm.
the more the impact.
Hmm.
Okay. Now the same conjunction, keeping in mind and keeping in light all the conjunctions which have been happening, which we have been talking about, different people have been talking about,
Hmm.
and I have spoken about before 2020. I spoke on 2019
Yeah.
about different ones at that time. So they are all creating a wave form which is coherent with each other, which means there's a change, there's a upheaval,
Hmm.
which in Sanskrit is called Yug Parivartan.
Hmm.
That today. So this is another important landmark conjunction,
Hmm.
which is showing the churning.
Hmm.
The axis of Uttara Phalguni
Hmm.
to Uttara Bhad,
Hmm.
the churning axis.
Yes.
And so the churning is going to accelerate.
Hmm.
The final results, the final stage
Hmm.
of the things are going to come out,
Hmm.
and humanity will have to deal with the
Hmm.
repercussions.
Hmm.
So it is the final, like quickening. In English, the word is quickening,
Yeah.
and it is the culmination. So to Pisces is a sign of culmination.
Yes.
Okay, so the culmination is there, and dissolution is also there,
Yeah.
which is a concept called pralay
Hmm.
in the Puranas and Vedic scriptures.
Hmm.
So but this is not a full pralay.
Hmm.
It's a khand pralay. Khand pralay means like it's uh, measured,
Measured,
like
yes.
Virgo
Hmm.
measurement,
Yeah.
precise,
Hmm.
and where what has to happen.
Hmm.
Okay, so the Virgo works like that, and Pisces gives the dissolution. So all these things are coming together. The final
It
thing, the
it
final.
would be like a
Um,
strategic shift or a kind of means a combination of destruction and movement upwards. That kind of thing you're talking about.
like if you understand a chess game,
Hmm.
in a chess game, there
Hmm.
is the beginning, then there's a middle game, and then there's an end game.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. So let's say the chess game started in 2000. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. So we are at the end game part
Oh,
of this. Middle game is ending, and we are at the end game part of it. And Pisces is more like an end game
yes.
situation.
Yes.
Okay. So you have to understand this is the end game now. So 2025 to 2040, this I consider the end game part of next
Oh.
15 years. So the of the equation basically.
Hmm.
So
So,
yeah,
so like you said that it is a axis of churning. So can you explain a
yeah.
bit? Like I know that you are talking about Samudra Manthan part, but people who don't know about that, please explain to them somewhat.
Like Uttara Falguni is the pole,
Hmm.
the pole.
Yeah.
So the per sound,
Hmm.
even
Hmm.
pa, pi, po,
Hmm.
are all within Uttara Falguni nakshatra.
Yes.
Okay, which the English word pole comes
Hmm.
from, the
Hmm.
uh, so that's the dhruv.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
and then it that same axis goes into Pisces in
Hmm.
Uttara Bhadrapad.
Hmm.
Okay, which is the waters, the deep waters,
Hmm.
and the turning of the story had the
Hmm.
deep waters,
Hmm.
and then there was the Kurma
Hmm.
at the
Avtara.
bottom,
Yes.
controlling the mountain Mandara,
Hmm.
and the axis. So
Hmm.
and then Brahma was sitting on the axis,
Hmm.
on the top.
Hmm.
So that axis
Hmm.
is in Virgo Pisces,
Hmm.
Uttara Falguni to Uttara Bhadrapad.
Hmm.
So that has been happening.
Hmm.
Churning has been happening for a while
Ah.
on Earth, but we are reaching. And since the internet came,
Hmm.
2000,
Hmm.
okay,
Hmm.
the churning really began
Hmm.
fully.
Hmm.
All the thoughts, ideas, and stuff
Hmm.
came
Hmm.
together. Everything of humanity
Hmm. Yes.
all came
Hmm.
closer and closer and together.
Hmm.
So that's why I consider like from 2000 the game started in that way,
Hmm.
pretty much.
Hmm.
So I consider this game from in 2 cycles, 20 to 2020 is the awakening part and people coming to know, and 2020 to 2040 part, 20 years
Hmm.
of action.
Hmm.
Okay. Awakening, the action.
Hmm.
Now, action also, we have reached the fifth year of action.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
But with this conjunction, the quickening of the action happens.
Hmm.
The quickening.
Hmm.
It is going to be like right now, there are a lot of people who are aware of this,
Hmm.
okay,
Hmm.
in the world.
Hmm.
And there are a lot of people who are not,
Yes.
okay.
Hmm.
Like when 2020 sort of thing happened and people were restricted in
Hmm.
2020,
Hmm.
21,
Hmm.
the whole world came to know
Hmm.
something is going on, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Little bit idea, even
Hmm.
masses got the idea.
Hmm.
Now, after this, even the people who are not aware will get the idea something is going on.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
again, we're going to get that situation where
Hmm.
everybody becomes aware, not only the ones who are aware.
Hmm.
You know,
Hmm.
it becomes a worldwide
Worldwide
over.
event. So
Oh,
we can
oh, or
expect
even
global changes, you are saying.
yeah.
Yeah.
I call it world. I don't like to use the word globe, so but I'll say world.
World.
Okay,
Okay.
worldwide
Yeah.
change, earthwide
Earth-wide change.
changes.
Yes. So, do you expect that it is going to be a combination of both the things? Means like it can show like economic crisis, climate change, or any fights between nations, as well as it
Okay,
can show spiritual awakening of some people.
and like everything will happen because you see if the economic situation,
Hmm.
you know,
Hmm.
in the Virgo Pisces axis
Hmm.
also
Hmm.
takes care of that. Virgo is the actual
Correct.
accounting and everything, and
Yes.
then Pisces is the overall movement, the seas.
Seas.
All the trade right
Trade.
now still happens to the seas, right? Like
Hmm.
all the movement of goods
Hmm.
on Earth still happens by the seas, right? The air only carries little bit
Yes.
of the
Yes.
stuff.
Yes.
Most of the stuff which is moving around, which is the economy driver around the
Hmm.
Earth, is still is happening in the oceans,
Yes.
right? Like
Hmm.
in the seas.
Hmm.
Okay, so that is going to get affected,
Hmm.
in Pisces.
Hmm.
That. and the whole financial world, like, there's a lot of illusory things in the financial world. So those illusions will have to crash at some point,
Yes. Yes.
because we have a economic system which is sort of fake, built up economy system. So obviously, if the reality comes out, crash is inevitable, So all of those things are going to happen, so that part is there. Then obviously technology, which is like AI and all of that, which is coming. And right now people can't tell reality
Yes.
from fake anymore. Anything can be morphed and put right now.
Yes.
Only like now people can only trust the videos which were uploaded before a certain year
Yes.
on YouTube, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Before 24, 25. 25 will be the year which you can say. Before 25 means it's
Yes.
real, and after 25 it'll mean it might be anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so two eras will form, right? In terms of what is that thing. Like, anybody can put any speech on any being now. Like, whether the person actually said that or not, you can't tell anymore.
Rouse
Where
them
they
to
actually,
activate.
yeah, so whether you actually said that or not,
Yeah.
again, it's Pisces, it's very
Prices.
complex
Yes. Yes.
situation. It's, it is not simple and easy. The metaverse they're making, all of that is putting people in another kind of illusion. More illusions, more illusions, more illusions.
Yeah. Yes.
So it's not going to be for the people who are discerning, who are awakened before already, who can see through things, the illusions of the past. For them, it'll be easier to see the illusions in the present and future. But those who are not, for them, it's like a big tsunami.
Yeah. For them, it will be a
But
shock.
this is
Great
not a
shock.
physical tsunami, but it's a mental
Mental one.
level tsunami, and they will be swept in it. Like, there's no, so it is that kind of situation where the spiritual angle has to come, because if people understand what spiritual thing is, what is the situation you are on earth, what are the different planes where you can go, what is your journey, how do your choices right now affect your journey of the future, all of that knowledge has to come out. That'll also come out. It's not like the education system of right now, which nobody knows anything, right?
Yes.
At all. Where we are, what are we doing, what is going on, like nothing. The so in when internet came in, like those things, people got more aware, and education happened over the last 25 years. Now, the next level education will happen,
Which actually matters.
which actually matters. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So that's going to happen side by side with illusion thing will happen at the same time. Natural disasters will happen at the same time. Political upheaval will at the same time. Financial upheaval at the same time. So you can imagine everything is happening.
Yes.
There's nothing which is not happening.
Yeah.
In Pisces, there is nothing which doesn't happen, right? Everything of all signs. Pisces is the culmination. So
Yes.
everything of all signs, everything happens. So it's a very interesting time, and at the same time, like, it's a decisive time on a spirit level, not just physical level.
Yes.
Spirits, what choices they make right now will determine their future for long periods of time. Okay, so that's where the actual importance of this time is. It's a spirit level, atmic level decision.
Sun is also
Not just
there.
the
Sun is the Atma, natural Atma Karak.
Yeah, Atma Karaka is there. All Karakas are there. Moksha Karaka is there. So beings which want to get out of cycle of birth and death, they will get the information of how to get out of the cycle of birth and death.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Those who want like different things or whatever, choose. If they want to go to lower locus, then they will get how to go about doing that. So, and some people will just be not knowing, and they'll be in trapped situations. Those spirits, if they don't know what to do, then they'll go into limbo situations, trapped situations, and all kinds of things. So, but the system at least should come out to the beings and the spirits that this is the situation and this is your choice. You're making a choice by your actions here on earth in this time. So which is called the judgment in different cultures,
Hmm.
which is called
Hmm.
Dharma, judgment.
Hmm.
Different names are there.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
in Sanskrit we call it Yug Parivartan, and
Yes.
that's
Yes.
so that's why it's a very important time because it creates a wave function for next 1,000 years at least.
Ah.
What happens in the next 15 years
Yes. Yes.
defines next 1,000 years on Earth even. So
Hmm. So it's
it's
like a big shift in the yuga itself, not just a
yeah,
temporary period, like you say. And I
no,
think you also, I think I read in your book only, but since the axis is falling in Virgo, Pisces, and the nakshatras are Purva Bhadrapada and Uttar Bhadrapada, so in Purva Bhadrapada, even though Jupiter rules it, but it loses its power to protect also. There some because it is going atichari also, that is there, but there might be a combination where Jupiter's element of protection against maleficence reduces, because Purva Bhadrapada, the Lord is Ajayakpada, and it has it
yeah,
represents the oneness
okay.
part.
I'll explain something to you which might be from a little different point of view. Like
Yeah.
Jupiter might want to create in Purva Bhadrapada own nakshatra in its power, through its power,
Hmm.
create more natural disasters. Why?
Really?
Yeah, because
Hmm.
see, I mean, Jupiter represents the Davic side, which is the Panch
Yes,
Mahabhut, the
yes,
elements.
yes, yes.
Okay, so if divine has given a like a green flag for
Signal,
that, and then
yeah, yeah, yeah. Right.
so then it will intensify those things. So it works in that way at the time.
Oh,
You know, it's not for protection; it's for actual dissolution of things.
yes.
Because the things have gotten too corrupt
Hmm.
and too that thing. So the things have been going against the earth
Hmm.
and the elements for a while.
Hmm.
So retribution sort of action is
It's like a
required.
age of cleansing.
Yeah, cleansing. Yeah. So Jupiter will obviously be on the side of the
So it means
cleansing,
that
not the side.
Jupiter is still protecting, but it is protecting the Earth as a plane itself, not just
Plane
one
itself and
individual.
the
Devic side.
Davic energies.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
but for that, it's wrecking destruction. Like
Correct.
the world and masses will see it as destruction only. It won't
Yes.
see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
See.
So
Yeah.
sometimes I think that it's like a reset button. You need to reset through destruction so that the things become normal and prosperous again.
Yeah. So yeah. So Atyachari also it goes
Hmm.
in fast movement. 8 years
Hmm.
it'll do the whole sign.
Yes.
In the next 8 years, it's going fast speed.
Hmm.
So that means it'll do things quickly also.
Quickly also.
All of that will happen. Not just in more intensity,
Hmm. But
more speed also.
more speed
Speed
and
and more
intensity. Oh,
intensity.
we
Yeah.
are in hard
Yeah.
times.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Also the Uttar Bhadrapada, like you said, that it represents the churning of the ocean. So ocean also represents the hidden, mysterious things, and Pisces also is the main sign for moksha, liberation, and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
So, and Uttar Bhadrapada also represents our Sahasrar chakra. So, do you
Yeah.
think that during this period, people who have that capacity or who are still, whether they know it or not, they are still on the verge where they can be moving forward in their spiritual life, they can get some kind of awakening?
I mean, it will be actual knowledge.
Knowledge.
Okay. Like how to do it, what to do as a human being,
Hmm.
what physical actions to do, what to do
Hmm.
as a human being in order to get a secular birth and death.
Hmm.
And at least be in that practice. If death happens or anything comes,
Hmm.
you are in that practice.
Hmm.
That happens to everybody
Yes.
at some point.
Yes.
But if it comes earlier or whenever it comes, I'm saying you are in that practice.
Hmm.
So the practice is something like, I had taught on my like a channel,
Hmm.
PD Speaks,
Hmm.
that there's a practice called Real Solution to All Problems, try check,
Hmm.
which can help
Hmm.
people,
Hmm.
get off cycle button that if they practice it.
Hmm.
Okay. So that kind of practice will become known to, that it's known to some people.
Hmm.
Soon it'll become known to more people.
More people.
It'll become known to the whole world that
Hmm.
this practice exists. Now, it doesn't mean that everybody will do this practice
Hmm.
or that thing, but then people make a choice, informed choice, that you have the option.
Yes.
The option is the most important thing.
Yes.
Like right now, the education system was controlled in a certain way that no options were there.
Hmm.
Like knowledge is not there, what to do.
Ah.
So, yeah, so when the knowledge comes and
Hmm.
then people can apply
Yes.
that knowledge.
Yes.
So that is the main thing,
Yes.
of the. So And the more harder the times get,
Hmm.
people look for something else. Okay, they understand that the physical existence of is very temporal out here. Things can change fast, in 2020, 2021, things change quickly for
Yes.
people.
Yes.
So people realize something, then only people look for other things.
Hmm.
You know.
Yes.
So when this upheaval is happening, then people will look for
Yes.
the real meaning of life, the real truths, the real facts, the spirit level things, the atmic level things,
Hmm.
and then those things will become, right now, entertainment is more famous
Hmm.
online, right?
Hmm.
Okay. Entertainment channels, you'll say, will get millions of views.
Yeah.
Knowledge channels will get only thousands.
Yes.
Okay, that so it might be different. Like they
Hmm.
might get only thousand, and that might get millions. Add that.
I hope that happens.
You understanding?
Yes.
That's
Yes, I
you
hope
know.
that happens because I think and that
Yeah,
you are right because right now the education system is just producing a workforce, mass workforce. It's not like something that you know about yourself or you are more aware about why life is given to you and who you are as an
yeah,
individual. We are not taught these
yeah,
things. We are just
yeah,
made as a human robot to produce money
yeah,
and do something in the uh,
yeah,
machinery of the world. But I think that
yeah,
with the rise of newer technologies, AI coming up, and people are going to obviously being replaced by that, so
yeah.
they will be forced to look forward for new options which actually matter.
We are human things, the
Human
human
things.
things, not the things which machines and robots can do. You
Hmm.
know, that is not a human thing.
Yeah. No.
Humans were doing that job, but it was not a human thing to do.
Yeah.
But now that would be taken away from them
Yeah.
again. So then it comes down to you will have to come to the actualities
Hmm.
and the truth, because
True.
your actual existence is on atmic level only, on your spirit only.
Correct.
In this body, the spirit is there. That's why you are talking and you are that thing. Without that, the body is dead
Dead.
anyways. If that moves out of this body is not
Not there.
is there. So the real existence is on that level only.
Hmm.
So that is very clear,
Hmm.
but to for that to be become clear on a worldwide level, the shifts have to happen, and the more pressure happens from outside world, the
Hmm.
more people will turn to the
Hmm.
and that the information which is already there, the
Hmm.
knowledge
Hmm.
which about how to go forward
Hmm.
and how to that will become more important.
Yes.
So, so that's why all of this is a positive thing.
Hmm.
That's how change happens,
Hmm.
from a more dark, sort of material kind of nonsensical way of existing,
Hmm.
which is the dark age,
Correct.
basically
Correct.
lack of knowledge
Correct.
and consciousness.
Correct.
So to a age of knowing,
Hmm.
awareness,
Hmm.
light, knowing what to do, and
Hmm.
understanding the situation, what it is, and all of that
Hmm.
will happen.
Hmm.
So that's why, and that's why people think you parivartan, these numbers and stuff which are given in.
Hmm.
People have made from our scriptures the wrong numbers, like
Correct.
4 lakh,
4 lakh
6
32.
lakh.
Ah.
It is so nonsensical because I mean they have to apply some
Hmm.
basic logic, right? Okay, if Krishna was around 5,000 years ago,
Hmm.
okay, like
Hmm.
3000 BC,
Hmm. Yeah.
then and the Ramayana thinks people whatever proof they're finding there are finding around 7, 10 to 8, 9, 10,000 years ago.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So if there was 5,000 years between them,
Hmm.
Treta and Dwapar, 3,
Yeah.
4,000,
Yeah.
how can it be like
Hmm.
there are lakhs?
Lakhs between them and
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, because so that way Ram should have come 6 lakh 40,000 years before Krishna.
Krishna.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Treta Yug
Hmm.
and
Treta.
Dwapar should have had that.
That much gap.
But there's no such distance, there's no such numbers, there's no such reality to anything.
No.
So, I mean, this was just like multiplying everything by 365,
36.
360.
Yeah.
They just did that
Yeah.
for no rhyme or reason without understanding. That's why scriptures are not for everybody.
No.
People can make any kind of nonsense out of them if they want, if they so want.
Hmm.
And it has happened, and it was just a lie so that people don't wake up and people should have this attitude. Doesn't matter right now.
Ah.
We don't have to wake up right now. We have 4 lakh
32,000
30,000
years
years
to
to wake,
go.
to wake up. Right now, things
Yes.
will just carry on like this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't matter,
Hmm.
how.
Hmm.
But they don't see the reality that the earth can't even carry on like this.
No.
What is happening on the
No.
climate control,
No.
climate change, and
No.
the whole, like even if you go by the uh, actual realistic practical
Hmm.
point of view, earthy point of view,
Hmm.
there is no way this is going on for that long,
Nope.
even 20 years, 30 years, so that is just the actual point of view. So no matter what way you look at it, these numbers don't mean anything, and the change will have to be now.
Yes.
There is no like option like, okay, it can be in 25 years or 30 years, or
So,
by that time it will.
so,
Yeah,
so you actually, I was going to ask this question, but you answered. But this is a
yeah,
big misconception among people, particularly Indians, the Hindus, that they
yeah,
think that this Yuga cycle, the astrological Yuga cycle, is of
yeah,
great numbers. Like you said, four lakh
yeah.
32,000 is Kali Yuga, and then you multiply that with 432 and Dwapar and Satyuga,
Mm.
and they come. But what is the actual Yuga cycle, the duration? 24,000 years, 12,000 years? What is the duration?
It's 24,000 years. The whole thing is 24,000 years. Okay. So they are ascending, descending things in 24, but it is 24,000 years, because, and that we can see as precession.
Correct.
The stars are moving around the whole star in that 24,000 year precession, and that thing that we can observe, that's an observable thing.
Yes.
And so that is happening.
Yes.
There is no that thing. So within the four yugas have to happen within that.
Correct.
So for 5,000, 6,000, 1,000 year change, this kind of periods and things like that. That's all it is. There have never been these big numbers anywhere in reality. But it is just a thing which was put out, like just to confuse people and to give them the sense that nothing has to be done right now.
Yeah.
Things should carry on. You just carry on. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't change.
Yeah.
Don't think. There's like इतनी भी जल्दी क्या है, अभी तो पड़े हैं बरसों, like that
Yes. वही
that
तो.
Kabir Singh changed is so it gave a general and that's why that whole population has been caught unaware with the change.
Correct.
Because it was not ready for it.
Yes.
Basically.
Yes.
Because the other things, whatever Panth and stuff, whatever different things are knowing that this is the time, like in
Yes.
Christianity and other things, they know that this
is changing time.
Like it change. Yeah. So like the newer ones have more of a
Correct.
awareness.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. And so, but they have been lulled into a, sleep.
Correct.
Basically.
Correct.
Using these numbers.
Yes.
And now it is going to come as a shock, but it's best if they come into awareness now, at least, while things have started changing right in front of their eyes. Basically.
Yeah. No, we have actually been since childhood, we have been shaped into this knowledge that okay, we have so many years of yugas and we don't need to worry. And I think that this has taken a toll on Indian culture itself, because other Western civilizations, they are still more aware about these things. They know that okay, these things can come up and they are happening right now. We as an Indian civilization, it is a bit of a big irony to us that since we developed these calculations and everything, and Jyotish actually formed and originated in India, and we are actually not at all aware about these things in this current day and time. And this is a really bad thing. And I have already discussed before I had one guest speaker. He actually worked on these things, made a lot of findings, a great learned person. He also said the same thing. He's not an astrologer, by the way, but but he also said the same thing, that the Yuga cycle is not that much in number. It is 24,000 years and ascending descending phases, and it works on the Earth's precession cycle with the sun. So we don't know about that, and majority people are unaware. So I just wanted that to confirm that from your end as an astrologer, that we are going to see that shift in the yuga itself. So this means that since we are running the Kali Yuga right now, and we are ending the Kali Yuga now in March, or we can see some major transition after Kali Yuga. What do you think?
I mean, ending of Kali Yuga in the sense like Kali means darkness, means no knowledge, like lack of knowledge, right? Dark. When you go into dark room, you can't tell what the objects are. Basically, that's and misinformation. You can just speculate. Now, when light comes, means you know what is what. You know where Earth is, where different lokas are. Right now, people don't know what is loka, where is Swarg, where is Patal. People don't know anything. So once the light comes on everything, then that's awareness happens, that Kali Yuga ends. Kali Yuga ends very simply by this process, So once that light comes, and which I've been telling, like and like my things have been online for a while, but that things, people don't go to those things right now,
Ah,
because the pressure is not there,
yes.
enough pressure. When the pressure from outside, like when outside world, like, okay, people know that it's not a time for entertainment anymore,
Hmm.
it's time for serious reality,
Hmm.
then they will
Yes.
do it, right? Like, that's the basic psychology
Yes.
of humans.
Yes.
Like, as long as they think the going is good,
Yeah.
best to keep on the entertainment side of things.
Yes.
So, like even this podcast, they will not be waiting for right now. They'll be waiting for different kinds of, the things which, what kind of things. So that's what the thing is right now. But the moment the pressure comes in, everything
Hmm.
will come,
Hmm.
and that's a trigger point,
Yes.
this conjunction,
Hmm.
for more
Hmm.
acceleration,
Hmm.
speed and intensity and everything. So
Hmm.
then obviously, at some point, if there is war everywhere, natural disasters everywhere, things are not, crops are not happening properly, there's
Yeah.
all kinds of problems, financial,
Hmm.
everything, then it's not time for entertainment anymore,
Nope.
right? Like,
Nope. Nope.
you, you understand.
Yeah.
Then it becomes of life, death,
Life, death matter.
questions,
Yes.
reality, and all of that. So it has to reach that
Yes.
before
Uh, and Pisces is
this.
that all planets sitting in Pisces, they will force us to move in that direction.
Yes, yes, yes,
Uh,
yes.
so, what are your means? What do you expect that this planetary transition can bring for various countries, particularly like India, US, China, which are like global powers?
I mean, the thing is that it's going to happen everywhere.
Hmm.
So I mean, the ones which have more population will have more of a change. That it's
And yeah,
it's the
so
population.
so India and China,
It's not about like India. It's a worldwide thing. Pisces is
worldwide thing.
not like,
Yes,
it's not like
it's covering the
Africa or
entire
South
plane.
America plain. Like,
Hmm.
it's not like this. It's going to happen in Russia, China, or India, or it's not going to happen
Uh,
US, China, India. China and India we take because we think India has most population, and then
yes.
these are higher population centers and things like that. And so it is going to be everywhere. This thing. It's not going to be at one place. Everybody will be affected. You
Hmm.
know. So it, like, people should not think in terms of countries anymore in this at all.
Yeah.
you know, it's everyone, in the, Vasudev Kutumbakam kind of thing,
Hmm.
in a
Hmm.
proper real sense. Uh, so that is a thing which is going to happen, and dissolutions might happen of borders and all kinds of things
That
by
can
the
be,
end of,
yeah, that can also happen.
you know
Do you
yeah.
think that
So
we can see that this, like you said, the 15-year time period till 2040 is the main period of change? And what after
shift,
that?
I mean, after that, people live as per the new change,
Hmm.
the new consciousness, the
Hmm.
new that thing. They have to live in harmony with the earth more.
Hmm.
you know Everything is in a different way. The system is different from top.
Hmm.
This democracy kind of systems will not be there, which
Oh,
create havoc. Basically,
so what kind
their
of
time is,
monarchy kind of thing or something different?
I mean, it'll be like a more divine sort of tantra, through
Huh.
beings which are in touch, who are more aligned with divine. They decide things, you know,
Hmm.
which was sort of a Rajtantra,
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
Yeah, but with the connected, divinely ordained
Ah.
things, not not this kind of
Hmm.
joke,
That we
which has
have.
been played.
Yeah.
The democracy,
Yes.
sort of. I think everybody's realizing that,
Hmm.
even in all over the world, that this is a joke. This, choose this or choose that. It's both the same thing. It doesn't matter.
No.
Like, so that's an illusion of choice.
Hmm.
The dual illusion, which, they do the same thing. They're controlled by the same
Hmm.
thing
Hmm.
and everything. So
Hmm.
uh, there is a age. The central controlling powers are not for humans right now. They are for bringing humans down, keeping them in darkness. That's their
Hmm.
purpose. The controlling
Yes.
agency on them.
Yes.
So
Yes.
then the controlling agency will be for people's evolution, for Earth's
Hmm.
well-being, for people's well-being. So then it's a different system
Hmm.
completely.
Hmm.
So this system has to collapse, a new system has to arise. You know, so then the humans will have to live as per the new system,
Hmm.
which is
So this means
so.
that we can see actual, genuine, learned people, gurus, saints,
Yeah,
or self-realized
yeah.
individuals coming out and leading humanity. during these periods?
Obviously, the ones who know what is the reality will have to tell, and then there's a system like where the beings which the kingship which put the thing into the like rules and laws, but there are also rules and laws right now, but they are not for human benefit or the earth's benefit. Yeah. Then there'll be actual rules and laws for human benefit and earth's benefit, for preserving both, so that will all have to be drafted, and it'll be a new chapter of existence, on earth. This chapter has to end. It's totally crazy. It's reached its limit, like when you stress the rubber band,
it breaks
and
after
finally
certain.
it'll break. Yeah, so we are at that breaking point anyways in terms of the system. So it has to end, and all these different conjunctions are showing that for the last 20-25 years. It's not just this conjunction in 25.
Yes.
In 2000 there was a conjunction. There was different strong 7-planet,
in
8-planet.
2019 there was a conjunction. We had COVID.
Then there have been all kind of markers happening
Yet
continuously.
we are not learning.
Yeah, it's not like there's suddenly now it's 25. Like people are now, but as the new ones come, more awareness comes.
Yes.
Nobody paid attention at that time much.
Yes.
But 2025, more people are paying attention, right? More people are paying attention. But when things happen after that, by 26, 27, everybody will be paying attention.
Correct.
Like it's like that. So
it's a big plane-like event which is going to happen now.
Yeah. So there are different that things, and I've been saying since 2000 basically.
Yes. You have been saying since this for quite long.
Yeah. So in 1998, I started with the Great Purification with the Hopi tribe in 1998.
Yes.
So this is so for me, it's just a process, and I'm just seeing how the world is slowly changing towards that and more accepting of it. In 1998, nobody would listen.
Nope.
Nobody cares.
Nope.
Yeah. So now we have reached 2025, and there are more
people.
There's more of a wave. There's more of a wave.
Yes. Will you be coming out during these times? I expect that you must and you should.
I mean, depends on if people have to find. I've already given the knowledge. Now, if people find the knowledge, then it's up to them. It's the people who have to react and respond as per the changing situation in the coming times. So I told you there's a lot of knowledge which is there right now.
Yes.
Given by me, given by other people also, which can be helpful for humans. But people are not reaching that. People are still.
Yes, they are still trapped in their false hopes or cocoons. But still, we need guides. People like you, they are very important. Who have knowledge. Knowledge is out there. Knowledge is written in Vedas and everything. But still, who is the interpreter? Who shows the light? Who knows the things?
I mean, that's why I made it very simple, like try check and things like that, which actual physical actions people can do in their daily lives in order to get out of cycle of birth and death. And first you have to understand cycles. You have to understand that you are in a cycle of birth and death. You are in a reincarnation cycle. All of these understandings and knowledge has, like, the thing is, I'll give that. But again, the takers have to be there. Yeah, takers have to be there.
Correct.
Correct. So for that also the atmosphere has to be
correct. No, knowledge should be given to the adhikari. It has been said that it has to be given to the person who actually deserves that, who asked for it.
So then, ask for it then. But people will do that. Like Buddha only became interested when he saw decay, disease, death. Then only his mind went like, like what's
correct.
What's all this? Like so the same for the masses in general when they will see this.
Wake up from your deep slumber.
So that's the thing. So that's what I think, that the whole this conjunction and everything is actually going for, creating that atmosphere. It's basically a sign that this is going to happen, basically.
So what are your suggestions for people for dealing with such time period?
Okay, first, I mean, you have to connect with nature, Prakriti. You have to be that thing. You have to be like going on atmic level. You have to have a good attitude towards Earth. You have to change your whole internal thing. Then you have to do meditation and things, which I tell, like, you have to basically get onto a different frequency from what you are living right now. Your perspective has to change. You have to apply that knowledge into your actual
Hmm.
real everyday
Hmm.
life,
Hmm.
and then you will have more of a
Hmm.
better like idea and better way
Way
to
deal
deal
with.
with the changing
Hmm.
times, so people have to come down to basics,
Hmm.
which are called grounding,
Hmm.
connecting with earth,
Hmm.
connecting with nature, connecting with the elements.
Hmm.
That's what a Vedic tradition is finally.
Hmm. Yes.
And all three Veds is just connecting with the
Hmm.
Panch Mahabhut.
Yes.
You know, so basically we have to get back to the basics.
Hmm. Move from
So
the
that,
tamasic to the sattvic side as much as possible.
yeah, I mean, for that also you'll have to connect to nature. That's
Correct.
the Sattvic side comes from Devic side comes from the Panch Mahabhut on earth.
Yes. Absolutely. So
Yes, so
they can practice any particular technique, anything which you will recommend
yeah,
that at least
they can
that
go
will
to
help
my
for the base beginner
yeah,
level people.
they can go to my website Lotus Ocean, and
Yes.
then there are Lotus Ocean meditations and stuff people can learn.
Yeah.
All those things people can learn from
Yeah.
there. You know,
Yes.
so
No, no,
Lotus Ocean
absolutely.
meditations are there.
Your website. I actually read and everything. We are just discussing a different topic here, but you don't know how
Yeah,
much I've read you. So the thing here is that I'll recommend everybody to read his books, and then read his articles, and find all the things that he has uploaded on various YouTube channels, and uh, visit his website. Particularly for the people who, whether you are familiar with Jyotish or not, that is not the point. Particularly for practicing meditation and knowing yourself and other things, he has, it's not like a bookish knowledge what he's going to give you. It's his own practical experience, the knowledge that he has found on his own. So that is what I will recommend to everybody. But sir, it was
yeah,
great talking to you today, and there are
yes,
many questions, and the questions are not going to end up, I understand, and I
yeah,
will definitely want you again and again on my channel. I pray for that you come and be with me
yeah,
through this conversation. I hope that many people can come across learning the actual things what matter, and knowing these things we are going to go forward in our time periods. But
yeah,
it was a great honor and pleasure to have you with us today, and
yes.
I'll always hope that you connect with us with time and time again. Thanks
Okay.
for a lot for your presence today, sir.